Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
No,
Thanks for
thanks
coming
so
on.
much for coming on, mate. I'm guessing you are like the vast majority, if not all the Newcastle fans, are thrilled with the way things are going, and obviously Champions League football next year, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I'm on cloud nine. Eddie Howe obviously said lots of brilliant things last night after the game and has said it all so well. But all at the same time, I'm on cloud nine. I can't believe it. Oh, first time in 20 years, and rightly so that we're up there. And I didn't see it. Nobody really sort of saw this coming or thought it was. We all thought maybe somewhere in the top half of the table would be respectable, all things considered this season. But top four is unbelievable.
James, I've just noticed I can see you now on the screen, and you've got your Newcastle shirt on. Your hair is down, it's loose. Did you go out last night? Did you sleep? Did you celebrate?
Actually, I slept all right. We've got an 18-month-old at home, so it was despite getting to watch the game, it was otherwise pretty tame. But I had to wear. I've got to be in the shirt today, of all days.
Yeah. Can I ask as well, because Kieran Trippier got Player of the Season for Newcastle, but there were so many standout performances across the season by so many different players. Who have you enjoyed watching in that team the most?
Oh, there's a few different answers to that for all kinds of different reasons. I think Dan Burn is a beautiful thing to watch. It's his boyhood club and everything, and I think to see him score the other weekend at St James's Park, and now to see this and him in a Newcastle shirt, I think the same sort of thing for Sean Longstaff. I think obviously Joel Linton's had an unbelievable time under Eddie Howe so far, let alone sort of just this season. Alexander Isak, obviously, horrible injury, and he was out for ages, and he's come back with flying colours, and so there's loads and loads of answers to that question, to be honest.
James, what's the overriding feeling? Because it's fantastic talking to all the Newcastle guys, generally speaking, over the season. But the one kind of overriding feeling and factor that I get from them, yes, they're happy with the success, they're delighted. However, the biggest thing seems to be they believe they've got their club back.
Yeah, that is the feeling. And new ownership is one thing, and it's all well and good. But it doesn't feel like we've quite had a manager like this for a long time. I mean, the steel that Eddie Howe comes at the whole thing with. I say the whole thing, I mean the history of the club, the fans, the team that he's sort of adopted and now started to grow. Everything about it. It's something so sort of. I mean, it's a very emotional and sort of romantic thing, I think, for a Newcastle fan to feel like the 50-odd thousand that get in there and can get St James's Park rocking. They have such good reason to do that now, and it's led by the guy on the touchline who is so clearly so invested in the experience of the club succeeding and the team succeeding.
It's quite special that you're going to do Champions League football next season when the fan base is feeling so connected to the club at the moment. I can just imagine some of those nights in Europe is just going to be absolutely wild. But a real question, how much do you think you're going to need to strengthen in the summer to make sure you can continue what you're doing in the Premier League, do another top four finish, and also fight on both fronts and do it in the Cups, do it in the Champions League specifically?
I think for any team who comes into a big competition like the Champions League for either the first time or for us the first time in such a while, you need more and better, don't you? It's quite sort of simple and also clearly very sort of difficult to obtain because the transfer market just gets sort of tougher and tougher. Again, Eddie said it all so well last night after the match, but like. It's a big job, and it's not going to be. I respect all the moments when Eddie Howe says, "Look, we're not going to run away and grab like a Neymar and an Mbappe." It's all sort of cute and fun to sort of throw that hype around. But like he's obviously a manager who's like seeking out an Alexander Isak, really thinking about it and building at least a part, if not a lot of the team around a player like that. And I can only hope and imagine he's going to be looking to get more players like that in. We need more. We need better. Again, because we're only so much of a team at this point going into something like the Champions League. But he's proven that if he can do the kind of thing he's done already again over the summer, then I think we sort of stand a chance of hopefully sort of staying afloat.
James, what's next season going to be like for you in terms of going to games? I'm listening to you there, 18-month-old baby. Obviously, your work commitments. I'm guessing it's going to be like a military operation. You trying to get to a game?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, that I feel lucky with our little girl. Like I feel lucky that I've got to most of the. I live in London. Most of the times that Newcastle have come to London in the last couple of seasons, I've made the games. I'm going to Chelsea on Sunday, and but next season I've got to get on the phone to my agent and talk about some European shows.
Absolutely.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.